Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Talking Shit Live. We got some good stuff for you today.
Check.
We have in the house Comic Lizard, Jada Geek, our buddy, our brother from another mother, Make Havoc, and we are celebrating a special birthday today. Fuzzy is having an anniversary of his 18th birthday. I think it's what? How many 20th?
FZY.
20, 30, 40 anniversary of his birthday. So excitement, amazement. So we've got lots of action going on today, and we'll just keep the conversation rolling until we get Fuzzy in here. We can all sing happy birthday for him. So it's an exciting day here. We just finished reviewing Ewok's Caravan of Courage, probably the worst movie we've ever reviewed.
From a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view, I mean, yes, James, Guardian 3 was awesome. It was a good time, fun movie. We also watched Deli Belly. It's on Netflix right now. If you want to have a good time, buddy movie, Deli Belly, really funny. Oh, the man of the hour. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fuster. Happy birthday, wise and stinky one.
Look at that. That's
All
nice.
right,
It's turning great.
yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Happy birthday, old man.
Thank you, man. Dude, you'll never guess. So the trash man came by today, and he came and knocked on my front door. And he gave this back to me, and he goes, look, dude, we don't put this shit in the trash can, and you know what I mean? Don't disrespect our landfill
You
for this
better
garbage.
hold that belt.
That's what he told me.
And
So
save
look,
it.
dude, I
You
think we
better
gotta
hold that
incinerate
belt.
it. I'm just
Right.
saying. I'm going to let the audience decide on what to do. Let
Right.
the audience tell me we incinerate it. What do we do, guys?
Yeah.
What do we do? Help us out. Thank you. That's right. I'm inching
Derpy
closer and
Entertainment,
closer.
welcome.
I'm getting closer and
All
closer.
right, so we've got lots of stuff coming up, and I figured it's May 8th, and what better time than right now to get us talking about the summer movies coming up. So the summer movies coming up, we've got...
Ooh, before I say, dude, you guys were 110% wrong about me liking Dungeons and Dragons. I fucking loved it, dude. It was awesome, dude. That's a sword and sandals movie that I get behind. Okay, that shit was awesome, dude. I was dying laughing throughout that whole movie, dude. Like even my kids, we all were into it. Check it out, guys. These guys they undersold that movie. It was hella good. Hella good.
I'm glad to hear that. That means I'll be recommending some more Sword and Sandals movie in the future.
No, see, don't push your luck, dude. Look. That was like a Chris Pine thing. He carried that whole his back hurts because that movie fucking was heavy and he carried it the whole fucking way. But I might even turn a little for Chris Pine because he's that good in that movie, dude. He's a legit movie star. Like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna fuck this. I'm gonna let him just do, dude. Like, I'm take it all, take it all, dude. Because that guy's like I was telling my wife when we were watching, I go, this is legit, like a Steve McQueen like movie star style where people will go see if he keeps doing movies like this. He's gonna be like, or even The Rock, to put it in modern things. Like you say, Dwayne Johnson's in something, people will go see it no matter what it is. You know what I mean? They want to go see The Rock do something. He's that good in this movie. I was just like, I'm crying, laughing throughout that whole movie, like because he wasn't playing it too silly. You know what I mean? It was just enough where it was just like, okay, this guy's, he's smart, but he's stupid at the same time. Like he's just winging it kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then they'll bring it back to the heart and the moral of it and stuff. Bravo, Dungeons and Dragons. And I paid for it.
I hope they do another one.
I hope so too.
Yeah, it was solid. And I didn't have the highest expectations of it, but like I said, we've been doing these date nights with my wife, so we're going all the time and watching these movies. Oh, Mission Impossible 7.
Oh, dude, that new trailer made me get fucking fuzzy bonerific. And then right at the tail end, they play the music. Dun, 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 dun. I was like,
Right, it's going to be split, right? So it's going to have some sequel action. It's in part 1.
Yep. And the Flash too.
Yeah, we're not caught up on that. I kind of gave up after the second one, and I haven't been back to watch any of them since.
It's funny you say that because like we watched them. Me and the kids watched them all again. And the second one, I remember when it came out, I loved it because it was John Woo. Like I love John. Like I was a John Woo junkie. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh yeah. And it's stapled with fucking John Woo, tropes left and right down to the, like one of my favorite shots is when he throws the bomb and it blows a hole through the thing and it's like a perfect circle and it's all on fire and the dove flies by and shit and you just see Tom Cruise like pop by and he just walks by like that all slick and shit. Like that was like dope. But this now watching it, I go, yeah, this is the worst one at all. Out of all of them. Like this is the worst one. But when Abrams did the third one, he knocked it out the park. He brought it back. And then the guy who did The Incredibles did the fourth one. So it's got that like, spy, like pop, like feel to it. And then my fucking man, the man himself, what the hell's his name? It's going to kill me, dude. I literally just had a fuzzy brain fart. He's been directing the rest of the Mission Impossibles. And he did the first Jack Reacher. Oh, God.
You want to steal my wife's spot? My sister wants to steal my wife's spot on TV. I'll tell you what, Linda, try to get yourself free sometime, and I'll take you over to the to the packing district. I think you'd have a better time going to eat all the food than you would see in a movie.
But yeah, dude, watch the Mission Impossibles, dude. I promise you, they're legit. If you like Winter Soldier, like spy stuff, that's what it's like. Like it's that, like where you're the whole time you're just like, oh shit. And like even the most recent one where they had Superman in it. Remember the thing with the mustache and stuff like that. Like I kept laughing. I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. Like it's gonna make it crappy and shit like that. But dude, like that one's one of my all-time favorites because there's like great fight sequences. You're doing the craziest stunts you've ever seen and shit. And it's awesome.
All right, so we got Mission Impossible. I forgot to even mention that one in here. And there's a few that I don't really think I'm going to be taking a look at. We've got Barbie's coming up.
I'm there for Barbie. I will. If you guys don't want to see it, I will be a review guy for it. Just for the fact that Ryan Gosling pulled out some rollerblades and he says, "I never leave without them." I fucking cracked up. I'm in. I'm watching it, dude. I got to see it, dude.
I want to see it. I don't think I'll see it in the theater, but I'll definitely get to watch it eventually.
Yeah.
I'm paying my money. I'm paying my money. And I'm going to walk out. If it's good, I'm going to show up here with a Barbie doll and say, look what I got. That's how good it was. I had to go out and buy a Barbie doll.
So what happens if it's not good? What happens to Margot Robbie's?
Her career is getting in the toilet bad right now. Like, because she's had a bunch of flops, like one after another. Like she hasn't had a hit in a while. So
Yeah,
she helped.
a TV show or that TV movie on Paramount or something like that, I think, too. With Brad Pitt and...
Oh, yeah.
What's that? I can't remember what that stupid thing is called.
There's a reason for that.
Well, did you hear the rumors that she's going to be Sue Storm?
And see, that's crazy because I wouldn't want her to be invisible at all.
I think she's too old. I think that's my personal opinion. I think she's too old to be Sue Storm.
I don't know.
Really?
Well, it depends on when they
If they paired her up with John Krasinski, it would fit.
Right, but I mean, I think Marvel's still trying to go for someone younger.
They're trying to pair her with the guy from Star Wars, Kylo Ren.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver as Mr. Fantastic.
Well,
yep.
Okay, Fuzzy, where's that gun you were talking about for the caravan carriage?
We're gonna pass it around, dude. We're gonna pass it around to each of us, dude. Because even I don't want that, dude. Like, oh
No.
God, that's not good at all. Fuck, dude.
What was I Tonya about?
Tonya Harding. And
Okay.
I went to the theaters and she's good in it. She's really good in it. But the movie didn't catch the world on fire and shit like that. Like it didn't make a shit ton.
Too far after that was like a made-for-TV show, not a
movie.
The movie theaters are struggling right now. So you just talked about having gone to go see the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Did they have that kind of like mini trailer in front of it where the actors from
Where
the
they're
film
saying thank you so much for going to see the movie?
Basically like kissing your ass while you're sitting in the seat. I felt so bad for them because I think the way that the Hollywood system is set up right now, that they get the lion's share of their energy out of the theater releases, and the streaming stuff and the DVD stuff just isn't paying the bills, and so they're desperate to get people in those seats, and it's just not happening. I don't know what they can do to fix that problem.
I think if you look at the revenue chart on the streaming stuff, like if they put something out, it just justifies you. It justifies you having the paying for the subscription by them having a constant, steady flow of decent stuff. It justifies paying a subscription, but you don't get any bump when a thing releases. Not like it. You're not gonna like Guardians 3. That one's doing well. It's getting decent reviews. And nowadays, especially with the price of movies and inflation and so forth, it'll get you $1 billion when it's said and done. A good, Marvel, Disney, or Star Wars. If it's any good, it'll get you $1 billion. If the word of mouth carries it to where diehards will get you 2 or 3 views on it, it'll get you $1 billion. But
you got to also look at too, like how the structure works with a film company and a movie theater. Movie companies get a majority of opening weekend take. You know what I mean? Like the theater gets like 20% of it. You know what I mean? So if
isn't it like 5 weeks until the theater starts making money off of these?
And how long is what I'm going to use as an example is Dungeons and Dragons, right? So when did Dungeons and Dragons come out? 2 weeks ago?
Oh no,
longer than that.
Was it longer?
It was like the beginning of April.
Okay, so let's say the theater, it's 4 weeks. that they get a majority of the big cut. It's just like each week it gets smaller and smaller, and then the theater takes more and more of it, right? By it's now you can watch Dungeons and Dragons right now on Amazon Prime. Like you can watch it, you can pay for it and watch it. So as soon as the movie companies now have realized that once the movie has gone down to the theater getting a majority of the money, they'll release it on Amazon or wherever as a early release and shit, and then you can rent it there. So they're making the difference up right there because the theater never sees a piece of that. Amazon gets it like this much of it. You know what I mean? Like so. The movie companies are trying to hustle and make the money any way they can, but with the streaming stuff, that's why you saw so many shows getting canceled because they were like, because what investors were investing heavily into the streaming services during COVID because it was making a ton of money, right? Like they were going. It was like every what do they call it? The tech boom, right? So like a company would have so many followers, and then it would make it worth X amount of dollars if it had that many, for subscribers or whatever, when technically it was worth about, Y dollars. So now Wall Street's realizing that, and the streaming services are losing money that way. So they're fucking just like, you know what, we can only make, like, I guarantee you in 3 years, you're going to see a ton of reality TV on streaming services. Ton of it. Tons of it.
Just because of the cheapness?
Yeah, we can go out and make a reality show ourselves, and it wouldn't cost more than 10, 15 grand.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shows that I want to see across these streaming services, but I don't want to sign up for another fucking, like, I want to see Yellow Jackets. Mm-hmm. There's another one that's on Apple right now that people are saying is good, but I've got Prime, Disney, I'm not trying to get another thing. And just so you guys know, I'm running the show here, but I'm multitasking. And the Lakers game's on. It's the fourth quarter, and they're tied 94-94 with 4 minutes left. So if I seem like I'm going back and forth, it's because I'm celebrating Fuzzy's birthday, not canceling my show. I'm trying to be everything for everyone.
Well, even what's it called? I love.
As soon as I said that, we lost Fuzzy, or we lost Havoc. He's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna go watch the game."
they had like when I saw Guardians, like I dug it. Like I really dug it. Like it gave me a feeling of like, because there's a sequence. Nate, you'll. Because did you guys see it? You haven't seen it yet, huh?
No, not yet.
There's a sequence when you watch it with Warlock. And he's flying like Superman, and he does this fucking badass shit. I'm not going to tell you because I want you to see it for yourself. And tell me when you see that scene and go, Superman's going to be awesome. Like I got, I heard the Christopher Reeve music in my ear going like dun 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 dun. I was like, oh shit, it's coming. It was awesome, dude. It was awesome.
I have some commentary about that, even though I haven't seen the film that I want to reserve for when we actually discuss Guardians. But I wanted to go back to the Dungeons and Dragons movie just for a second, just because I think that Dungeons and Dragons is going to be, I think that's going to be the capstone on that entire franchise. Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast have been lighting themselves on fire recently, and I think Dungeons and Dragons is some kind of a fluke as a movie. Being good, as good quality work, honoring the original material, but the Dungeons and Dragons game is in a terrible state with all the political correctness, all the woke stuff that's going on. Magic the Gathering is doing terrible. They got caught doing the same thing that Funko did, where they were throwing away pallets worth of cards because they can't sell them. And then, of course, this recent incident where they sent the Pinkertons to some poor sap's house who got like a case of some new set like a week early. And so they decided to confiscate everything from him like a bunch of bitches. So I just can't imagine that company is going to have the wherewithal to attempt to capitalize on a second movie. And I don't think it did well enough at the box office to justify that for the bean counters. So I think the D&D movie is going to be the last of its kind, at least for a generation.
No, I think I honestly think that through Prime, it's going to get its audience. It's going to be you got to look at streaming and stuff as the DVD market. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, where like movies like Mallrats, right? Like Mallrats was a fucking flop. Like it flopped in the theaters, but when it hit DVD, VHS,
I guess
fucking
that cult following starts rolling.
exactly, dude. You know what I mean? Like and again, I'm that shocked about D&D. Like, yeah, again, you guys know I don't like Swords and Sandals. No matter how much you guys said it was good, I really didn't want to watch it. But my kid loves D&D, and so I was like, you know what, dude, let's watch it. Like, why not? And again, like everybody was great in the movie. Like all the characters, like even the girl from It. You know what I mean? The whatever turned into the animal. She stole the show too. I was like, fuck, she's good. I was like, damn, she's like really good. Like she was good in It. She's good in, like she's hitting home runs and stuff.
Man, I shouldn't have talked about basketball. I scared away all the fucking followers.
Well, Fuzzy, I think it's interesting that you bring up the comparison with Mallrats and the cult following. I think that's probably spot on because it's the same kind of problem. Kevin Smith is as much of a dumpster fire as Wizards of the Coast is right now. And like there's probably no energy or activity to see anything new that whiny shill puts out, in the same way that nobody wants to like partake of anything that Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast are doing right now. They're both engaged in the same project, which is to basically blow themselves to hell.
I think that that Hasbro just gets that paycheck. That this movie, I think, is gonna did well in the theaters, well enough.
Did it though?
And it's gonna do good on the secondary market, both in streaming and on DVD. Like
I think it did do good.
Yeah, I think it did too. I think it did good, and I think that you'll see that. And then if they're gonna get a nice fat paycheck, their other business or industry, I don't think the two are going to have to be necessarily tied together. This is a good entertaining fantasy movie, and most people don't give two shits about Dungeons and Dragons in and of themselves, and the game itself, you know what I mean?
If they do
but
anything...
if you like the game like we do, and we picked up on little nuances in the game or in the movie, going, oh, that's what that is, or that's what that is, and then the extra group of kids at the end, that's battling through the thing, and that was the kids from the cartoon show,
right?
You know what I mean? They added those little details in there for people like us who actually like the game.
But the thing is,
Fuzzy, who doesn't fucking play it, he said it was still a good movie.
If they're going,
Julie and Richard are gonna watch it, and they're not that D&D player, and they're gonna like it because it's a fun movie.
It's good for the fans and it's good for the normies.
Right, exactly, and that's how.
And if you're gonna go big, you got to cross over like that.
So who cares what the game itself is doing and the extra on the board game?
But they're the ones that's the creative brain trust behind it. So
no, it's not, because the guys that did this movie didn't go the direction that Wizards of the Coast is doing, and they probably won't. If they do a sequel, they probably won't do it again.
But you're assuming that they're going to get those guys to do the project in the future. I promise you what's going to happen is they're going to do a Willow-style TV show with the Dungeons & Dragons movie and totally jack it.
I don't know.
Well, this is my note to Marvel. Okay, this is my note to Marvel as far as D&D goes. How D&D tackled it, that's how Marvel and them need to do it, because when in the early ones, they would have little Easter eggs, but they weren't like, for the hardcore fans, we loved it. We were like, oh shit, they had so and so, or oh, that's so and so. Like that was good. But as a normie who doesn't read the books, they can watch it and it didn't fuck up the movie for them. You know what I mean? Like I knew there was stuff that was in the movie that was like, oh, that might have been what Josh was talking about, or you know what I mean? Like that. I knew certain things, but I didn't know what it was because I don't know that much. But it didn't fuck up the movie for me. Like I didn't have to know that to understand what the plot was going on. If you get what I'm saying, like that's what I think Marvel's doing, is they're playing all these like Easter eggs. Like if you don't know who so-and-so is, and you're not going to know what this is, and you're not going to know what the buildup is to this. Like you need someone to like mention it. Like that's like with Thanos, they kind of mentioned it in the first couple movies. They didn't say his name, but they mentioned something about him. And then all of a sudden towards the end of Avengers, you learn about Thanos, you know what I mean? Like that's, like, and then it builds up more and more and more. Like that's what they need to do, and
Right,
we haven't gotten that.
That's Disney current state though, because that's exactly what they're doing with the Mandalorian. They're bringing in characters like Cad Bane and Bo-Katan, and assuming you have pre-existing knowledge of these characters. You know, I know of them, but I know next to nothing about them. And for most normies, they're probably not up to speed on that stuff either. And that seems to be a big problem with Disney Lucasfilm and Disney Marvel, is that they've lost the ability to contextualize those things.
Right. And that's the first rule of writing is by the great Stan Lee. You know, they should have learned is that everybody's movie, like you could jump into any in phase 1 and phase 2, you could jump into any one of those movies for the first time and almost be caught up. You know what's happening. You know what I mean? You don't need to watch the other 20 to know what's happening. I have a feeling that whatever the big thing's going to be with Marvel in these movies now, you're going to have watch the TV shows. You're going to have to watch, you know, all this stuff to watch it all come together and stuff. Like that's going to be the part where they're going to lose a lot of people, because not everyone has time to sit and watch 20 fucking shows. You know what I mean? And go see like 2 or 3 shitty movies, you know, just to kind of know what this little nugget of information is. So that you guys need to kind of take note of that, dude. That's the problem. I think
you got to be part of the boys club to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
you
not
can't
cool.
get in the treehouse.
It's not cool. I mean, I've always said that's why I think Marvel comics have lasted so long. And a lot of people don't like DC books. Like they always talk shit on DC books, because DC books are very much, you know, like they'll have arcs and shit you could jump into, but you have to have read the other comics. Marvel will you could just pick up any issue and just look at it and then from, you know, and be like, okay, this is a story about this and this, you know, there we go. It's done.
Got a quick unboxing. Got this book from my favorite Whatnot store. Fuzzy and the Fat Man Comics.
Yeah.
Lakers are up on 1 point.
It's more than 1 point, isn't it? It's 3 points.
Is it? I thought, oh yeah.
Oh, now it's down. Now it's by 1.
Stop! You're gonna jinx them, dude.
Right?
I'm watching the game too, and over here, that's why I'm quiet.
Man, I literally like I was blown away by Guardians. That's how like good it was. Like it wasn't the greatest thing, but
yeah, it's so fucking good.
But it was just because of like we've been talking about, like even Ant-Man was kind of like you know, like they've just always been kind of like there you go, dude.
Tell us about this book.
That's a good book right there.
I know everyone's going nuts for it right now. You got a good one right there, dude.
Tell us about this book, Fuzzy.
It is the first appearance of Scream right there, dude. And supposedly in the new
and then the other
movie,
ones too. Like the other 3,
the symbiotes.
Yeah.
That whole series is their first appearance.
Well, that one right there is the main one that's getting hot right now.
Yeah, everybody wants that book right now. Like literally, when I was packing it up, my phone went off saying like notifying me about that book, and I was laughing. I was like, "Fuck." Well, here you go, Nate. Good job.
So
I might have a couple of those. I might have to dig those things
Lakers
out.
up 102, 101.
Those are Liz. Those are going up fast right now. They've been on Comic Toms and lists every week already. Same thing with what's the other one? The app.
Oh, Key Collector.
Yeah.
That's his app.
It's been going up. It's been up.
Yeah, it was the first appearance, and I think I was the only bidder, and it was like $10, and I was just like, dude, anytime there's a first appearance less than $10,
gotta get it.
All right,
the only reason why I put it up for $10 is because I had 4 more in the pack. I was like, all right, fuck it, dude. Here we go. Let's do it.
Here we go. 104, 101, 15 seconds to go. Lakers up.
Going back to
Golden State's ball.
Going back to Guardians of the Galaxy. I wanted to ask those of you that have seen it, was it better than Spider-Man No Way Home?
Fuck yes.
Way better. This is right next
Fuck
to
yes.
right below for me.
He's speechless.
I know. I was like, oh shit.
It's
He's speechless.
You keep cutting it out, Havoc. We can't hear you.
oh, I'm sorry. It's right below Winter Soldier for me.
What?
It's okay.
It's that good.
If we had to rate like Guardians movies, so number one is number one. You know what I mean? Like that's number one. This is number two. Like it's almost there.
Top five is my number. It's my number two, or actually my number. It's tied with Guardians 1 and 2 of my top 5 MCU movies.
Not MCU movie. I'm just saying out of the Guardians.
Did you watch the Drinkers review on it, Josh?
What's that?
Did you watch the Drinkers review on it?
I have seen that. Yes.
Yeah. So you know, he didn't shit on it. He didn't sing songs of. He wasn't as high on this one as he was on Dungeons and Dragons.
The only complaint, the reason why I say this, and I'll warn you about this, Josh, is you're gonna feel like, because all the movies have been about Star-Lord. You know what I mean? This one's about someone else, and he's in it. You know what I mean? Like it just felt weird to me as watching it like that. Like I was
because on the second movie they started talking about it.
I know, but
the second movie.
It's Alan Morlock.
No,
it's not Adam. He's barely in the fucking movie, dude. I was like, oh, this is fucking stupid.
Not only is he barely in it, but he's a jackass.
Yeah,
Adam
but
kind of an aloof ass hat to begin
with.
But
I like the
you know what? The movie was so good. The movie was so good. It didn't even bother me how Adam Morlock was.
But the heart's there. You know what I'm saying? Like the heart is back in the story. Like it literally, like everyone in the theater was crying. It was hella good.
That's my thing is I don't know if I can watch this because I know it's got the animals in it, and I saw the clip where all of the animals decide how they come up.
Be yourself, Nate. I can't hear it.
I know I'm gonna cry. I know I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Whenever I see the little furry animals get hurt and stuff like that, I'm yeah.
This is the first time ever. I gotta say, a little tear came out of my eye, like seeing this movie because it was that good. It was that the story got you so good that I was like, wow.
You're gonna love it.
I'm telling you, dude. Like it gave me hope for Superman. Like
I'm gonna have to upgrade you, Havoc, from Goblin to Troll because I find it entirely unbelievable.
I'm telling you.
Because you're raving how Mandalorian season 3 is like the greatest ever when it clearly was not. So your judgment
is
good.
Off. Yeah, it's greatest ever. Because only dumb people that don't watch the old stuff say that kind of crap. But if you watch everything else, like the cartoons, then of course you will love Mandalorian season 3. It's all there.
My thing is that we know that Marvel since Endgame has almost entirely been struggling to get anything that's decent off.
No, you're right. You're right. On that you're correct. But I'm telling you, this one, out of everything that's after Endgame, this is the best movie after all of the anything from the TV series to anything. This movie is the best thing ever.
Even better than the Spider-Man movie.
Yes.
That's hard.
And I'm telling you, after Endgame, anything after Endgame, this is the best movie ever.
Here's my big question. This is the question that I wanted to get to with Guardians, and obviously we'll probably have to revisit it after I've had a chance to see it because I do want to take a look at it. But what I want to ask is, do you think Guardians 3 is enough to save the MCU?
No.
Or are we watching the whole thing go down in flames in real time?
Yes. It's not big enough to. James Gunn is the one that did this movie, and since he's leaving, that's it. I don't think this will save it a little bit just for right now. But when we were sitting down and we saw the previews and they showed Marvels, people were laughing, not with the movie,
Marvels looked
at
rough.
the movie. It looked rough.
Like
It looked bad. Like there was ladies next to me saying, "Oh, we're not watching that. We're definitely not going to watch that." And of course they saw the Nick Fury one for that's going to come out in 5 weeks.
Mhm.
That one looks good.
Was
But
Secret Invasion?
yes, that one looks good, even though it's only like 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah, there's not that many.
Which that's crazy. Like I don't know how they're gonna do Secret Invasion in 5 episodes, but the Marvels it looked bad.
it looks so bad. Let me put it this way: the part that made me want to watch it was the little girl. Like that was it. Like I was just like the whole rest
Yeah,
of the
not even
trailer. I
that.
was just
Sorry.
like, I look because there's this point. Did you see the trailer yet, Jaded?
Yes.
So the part where she fucking where the cat opens its mouth and she screams and shit, her reaction made me laugh. I was like, okay, I'll watch that.
Oh
Like
my
I
god,
like that
you're
kind
an
of
idiot.
comedy, but like the rest of the trailer, I was just like,
You
why
dumb.
are we watching this, dude?
When
What's happening?
When it comes to the MCU, my present thought on it is I was looking forward to Guardians 3 primarily because I enjoyed the first 2 films, and my hope is that because it still represents like one of the last holdovers from the first 3 phases, that it might still hold some water. And then also, obviously I enjoyed No Way Home. And the only other thing on the radar that I have even like a glimmer, just like the hint of hope, would be Thunderbolts. And it's only because in phase 4, I think the best thing that they did was John Walker. And he's going to be in that film.
Mm-hmm.
And so it gives me a little bit of hope. But the problem
That's a great segue.
He's surrounded by a bunch of trash. He's surrounded by Red
So
Guardian.
my CBCS came back.
Oh, there you go.
What is this?
6.0, which is disappointing, and they didn't verify the signature.
Oh,
You gotta return it.
That's not the Winter. That's not U.S. Agent though. That's Steve Rogers
Steve Rogers as Captain America.
as the captain.
As
the captain. Yeah, it's not U.S. Agents.
Right. So they swapped outfits when Steve Rogers regained his role as Captain America.
But it's also the first appearance of Fair DeLance and Copperhead, whoever they are.
Copperhead's
Puff Adder, Black Racer.
Serpent
Avengers
Society.
4 covers for
Yeah,
it.
Copperhead's pretty big on the Captain America lore.
Yeah. They're part of the Serpent Society. They're like another criminal group.
Yep.
Wait, Copperhead's not the one. What's the one
Lakers
that
won 3-1 now.
Diamondback?
Sanchez. 6-0 on Jim Lee.
Signed by Jim Lee.
This is the one I got from Nando that it came from you.
Ah. Wow,
I
that's
don't
a
see
pretty
how
low grade. That's a pretty
That's
low
a
grade.
very
How
low
is that?
grade.
Huh?
It's got a dog ear on the corner here.
But it doesn't have any ticks or anything like that.
There's I don't see any ticks or anything.
That's what I'm saying.
The
It has
coloring,
no
probably.
ticks.
No,
the
probably.
The color's
good.
No,
the coloring on the inside of the pages probably, and then what they've been dinging a lot of people on is the fucking fingerprints.
Yeah,
but that book should have been higher, dude.
I
Originally
agree.
came from Sanchez.
It came from
Not bad.
Sanchez via Nando.
Don't do it.
Something's Killing the Children. Signed by Jenny Frizen.
No, he didn't, James.
I
That's
got
why
the
he didn't get a
9-6 on
10.
it.
If he would have let Fuzzy press it, he'd have gotten that 10. See, let me show you how much I love Guardians. This is what I got for my birthday. The soundtrack. You damn right,
that was a
dude.
good soundtrack
Sounds
too. The new one.
The vinyl, yeah, it's a
The
new
vinyl
one.
was good. Yeah,
I got that. So that's.
I'm telling
that's
you,
what the
Josh, you're
kids
gonna
got
enjoy
me.
it. And if you like both movies, and if you watch number 2 again before you go watch it, watch number 2, and trust me, it connects directly to everything that's going on number 3.
And I liked number 2. I didn't dislike it, but at the same time, I was just like, like kind of like whatever. This one blew number 2 out of the water.
But
It's
I'm saying
up there with number 1.
it connect on number 2. James Gunn throws He starts the pattern, the story based on number
And he
3.
kind of makes fun of himself in the movie. That's what I love about it. Like, so like the classic scenes that we love from the first one, he twists it. You know what I mean? Like a little bit, and you're just like, oh, that's dope. I was like, I love it, dude. Like, that's awesome. Like, good fucking movie all around. Like, if you're
It was
watching this and you
long,
haven't
but
watched
I
it,
didn't feel like it dragged at all. I know
No.
Drinker said it dragged a little. I didn't feel like it dragged at all.
At all.
My wife had a good time with it, and she isn't, she's as normies come. She doesn't know anything about any comic book ever. So she had a good time with it. And
my wife
she's
did too.
she's my barometer, because if she falls asleep on shit, and she didn't fall asleep on this.
I'm
I
definitely
didn't fall asleep either.
I'm gonna get around to seeing it, but it's probably not gonna be till like 2 weekends from now.
Oh, they try to stay away from spoilers, because man, there's a lot of them out there right now.
Yeah, I know, but spoilers don't ever ruin anything for me. I do know everything about a film going into it and still enjoy it. I actually, despite my jaded status, I have a very high functioning suspension of disbelief.
There's 2 end credits, so one in the middle, one in the end.
Yeah, well, they're like whatever. They're whatever, dude.
So,
if you're tired, get out of the theater.
The second one was the first one was good. The second one, I didn't get.
What do they lead into? Usually they lead into something.
The first one leads
Absolutely
into
nothing.
the first one leads into the new theme of Guardians of the Galaxy, and then
the new team. No,
and the second one is something else. It does link to stuff, like even the second one. James Gunn on Twitter saying that that leads to something else for the second thing.
My wife's watching and she's mad. Yeah, love you,
He's
babe.
saying only
You are a
good
good
things about
barometer.
you.
It's a good movie.
He said really
She
good
falls
things about it.
asleep.
Nothing
You know
bad.
how many times I've watched a Star Wars movie with her, and then like she falls asleep during the lightsaber battle at the end of it, and I'm just like, oh.
No, my wife's my barometer too.
No, look, we welcome the normies. We're trying to explain things so that it makes sense for the normies.
We're just gonna see like a fist come across the screen on Nate's side.
Nando, I want to see the Pope one. I'm really looking forward to the Pope Exorcist. Renfield, you're gonna have to fucking wait for me to watch. Like, I don't care how good anyone says that movie. That looks like I'm gonna see it from Cage.
Yeah, Renfield was good.
I heard Renfield was good. I heard that the Pope's Exorcist was not that good.
We didn't go see the Pope's Exorcist.
I want to see the Pope's Exorcist.
Between people that I talked to that have watched Pope's Exorcist and Nefarious, most people said Nefarious was way better, like leagues better.
I'm still waiting.
Evil
to
Dead
find
was
that
good
one.
too.
And they just put a copy of that Evil Dead out on my app, and I was like looking at it, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna pay for it. I was like, I gotta buy it. Like, if I watch it on this first, I'm gonna break the law, and I don't want to do that. I'm gonna lock his ass in the garage.
So I want to throw it out there because the Flash was brought up earlier, and we're kind of talking about the superhero movies that are out or coming out. And I just want to say that when it comes to the slate, not counting Guardians, when it comes to the slate of what's coming, I'm honestly more excited to watch Thunderbolts than I am to watch The Flash.
I don't know. I this new trailer, I am so excited for The Flash right now, dude. You know what? I know it might break my heart. I know
Is it supposed to not go anywhere though?
No, what are you talking about? It's going.
John, so do I.
It's brand new. It's opening up the new world. The new.
Is that what they're doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what James Gunn said.
Yeah, they're putting
it on Twitter, brother.
The Snyderverse, and they're opening up James Gunn's new world with characters we don't care about.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna like Renfield then, James. I'm all about Zombieland. I'm all about
which app on the gram?
He's talking about the app that you use for the movies, Fuzzy.
Which
one we watch free movies? Oh, the one that you have that you were talking about earlier.
I can't remember what it's called. It's called like.
Don't get rolled. Say it on the gram.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you there. I'll tell you there what it is. But it's on there right now, and again, like I always find things like right now I'm watching on there. They did an Amityville horror like documentary on like where it came from and like the interviews with the kids now and shit. And that would be had to have like MGM Plus, and I was like, I'm not paying MGM Plus just to watch this shitty ass fucking docu-series that just because I love true crime, I'll watch the fuck out of it. And I already know all the answers to this shit, and but maybe they'll tell me something new. And yeah, no, so that's when I use the app. That, or if it's a really bad movie that you guys like, Swords and Sandals, I'm like, nope, not giving him a penny. Gonna watch it on this fucking thing, dude. But I have to give Sam Raimi some money because I love Sam Raimi. As much as he fucked up Doctor Strange, I still love me some Sam Raimi, dude. So everyone gets one bad movie. I'll give him that, dude. Like, you can't win them all. That's the way I look at it. So
Fuzzy, he also did Spider-Man 3. So it's got
he ruined Spider-Man 3.
Listen, that was him throwing a temper tantrum. Okay, that's what it was. He did 1 and 2. We always remember those. Those are great fucking Spider-Man movies. And then when they started fucking with him, he said, "You know what? You want to do that? I'm giving you Dancing Peter Parker. Here you go." You know what I mean? Like, just take it. That's right, dude. That's right. That's what happens when you fuck with Sam Raimi. And then he turned around right after that and made that Drag Me to Hell. Now,
let's also not forget that he cast Eric Foreman as Eddie Brock. The worst miscast in history.
A temper tantrum. He said, I'll bet you $20 he didn't want him. I'll bet you $20 he didn't want him. And the studio was like, let's put him in there. And he said, you want him in there? Fucking put him in there. Go for it, dude. And that's what happened. So,
but that's what happens when you don't have any kind of principle or integrity. These Hollywood guys, I don't have any trust in them because at the end of the day, they'll take the damn money and do what they're told. They don't have any like intestinal fortitude.
I agree with that, but I mean, like, I think this is what I think happens, and I'm speaking from experience of what happened to me, and I'm in that pickle right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this jam, you need to fucking download it right now, dude. It's I love you, like I hate you, in brackets.
You're in my brackets, honey.
That's right, in brackets. But like, what happened to me was, I remember going into those things, like those meetings, and you're pitching your heart, dude. Like, you come up with this idea. Like, right now, I have that fucking book that I've been working on, and people have been wanting me to go and pitch it, but I don't want to, because I already know they're going to shoot it down, because it doesn't have spandex. It doesn't have fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a movie you could put out into the theater, I don't think. Like, I don't think it would make money in the theater. I think it would do great on Netflix. I think it would do great on one of those things. Like, but that's not what they're looking for right now. They want something that's going to make them a lot of money. So it's almost like, if you want to stay working, you got to accept those jobs. You know what I mean? You're just like, okay, it's a job now. Like, it's like going to work, punching in. And that's the sad part. In the 70s and even into the 80s, like in the early 80s, it was heart that was driving these movies. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you got weird movies like Lady Hawk and shit like that. Like, just random fucking movies. Like, what? Ruskies. Like, I always bring up Ruskies whenever people talk about like heart. Like, I'm guaranteed Ruskies is a shitty fucking kid movie. You know what I mean? Like, they saw the Goonies. Yeah, exactly. Huh.
You remember At Close Range?
Yes. See, dude, there are films out there that were driven by heart, and you watch the stuff now. If you want to see something with heart that has something good in it, you have to watch it on cable or streaming networks and stuff. Like, if we're
gonna watch a movie from India.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of those too. And even those are older movies. You know what I mean? Like, those are older movies. It's just, I think people look at it now more than, instead of like having to tell a story, they're finding something they like and trying to copy it. You know, they're trying to photocopy it somehow and then put it out there. And like you said, they just punch in and punch out. Like, they'll do anything for a paycheck. And that's the sad part, dude. You know, like Ant-Man. I was watching the thing about Marvel's Phase 1. It was just a documentary on Phase 1. And they were talking about, what's his name? Edgar, what's his name? Edgar
Wright?
Edgar Wright. how Edgar Wright, like they didn't even want to make Ant-Man, and Edgar Wright talked them into making Ant-Man. Like they were like, we're gonna make Ant-Man, and he wanted to make it. One of the main reasons why they wouldn't make his version of it is because he didn't want it to connect to the other movies. He wanted it to be just a standalone Ant-Man movie, and he had all these crazy ideas that he was gonna do, and they were like, no man, it's got to connect, and that's when they kicked him off and hired the other guy. And again, Ant-Man was cool. I liked it. Like I loved it. Like I never thought I would like an Ant-Man movie.
They used a lot of his story on the first
right.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, they used a lot of his script, and they just changed certain things that they wanted to. But that's what I mean. Like he had heart into it. Like he wanted to do it his way, like his Ant-Man and stuff. But they wouldn't let him. So that's the sad part. That's why Fuzzy will never do a fucking comic book movie. Never ever. Unless I make up the character.
I mean, I wonder what it is about these guys that puts them in a position where they don't just rage quit and then spill the beans on how awful it is behind the scenes.
It's called pay. Yeah, they pay them a lot to shut the fuck up, dude. The writer's strike right now. What they're fighting for is nickels. It's not even nickels. It's fucking pennies from what the studios make. The problem is that COVID fucked, I think, the studios up so badly with the money that they usually have in surplus that they're trying to get every penny they can, and they don't want to give them any money, because then what's going to happen is like right now, New Girl. I don't know if you guys ever watched New Girl. New Girl was on Netflix for fucking ever, right? Forever. And then they finally gave it the rights to Peacock now. So now you can't watch it on Netflix. You have to watch it on Peacock if you want to watch it. So that's another check. So the people who wrote that shit are only getting this much, and when they should be getting that. Again, studio can take this, but give the writers at least this, because that's a half of the writer's livelihood right there. Because you don't get to work. There's not that many writers out there working constantly. You know what I mean? And I have a friend right now who's a good friend of mine. He's one of my Lego buddies. He does all the digital effects for, like, when you see a building being destroyed in the Marvel movies, or even Avatar. He worked on the first Avatar movie. This writer's strike has stopped filming because no one will work without a writer anymore. We've all learned our lesson from the last writer's strike.
Remember that show Heroes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That show Heroes was really good. And then they had the writer's strike, and then they put out episodes anyways. They just had random fools and they just wrote the show into some hole that they couldn't dig out of. It was brutal. That show was really good until that happened. And
it's sad. It's sad, dude. And again, I get it. It's a business, but it's at the same token, you got to give everyone their cut. Like as a writer myself, I think everyone deserves their cut. Like.
The good news is that the studios can now just ask ChatGPT to write a script and it'll do it for them.
Hey, well, that's been a lot of the reason why. Like normally I'm against. Thank you. Normally I'm against unions and stuff. Like I'm not a big fan of it, but things like that are going to make it like oh, you can't do an AI fucking script. But what studios are going to find a way around it, like they used to back in the day in like the 20s or the 30s and shit, when a director made a movie and he didn't want anyone to know he made it. I forget the name of the guy, but if you look, this guy has this name has like a filmography, like it's huge, and it's all directors that didn't want people knowing they made this fucking movie, so they just used this name. It's like Stymie something. It's fucking hilarious. So I do that, where if you look up my name backwards, there's movies under that fucking name. Those are the really shitty movies. Really shitty. Like, Havoc would love them shitty. I love you.
All right, what else we got coming out? Indiana Jones 5.
Well, you're getting all of Josh's high points right now.
That's garbage.
They've done so many reshoots on that thing, so much.
That's garbage.
I can't imagine that they're going to make anything near what they've spent on trying to get that thing out.
Oh no, they won't. Disney doesn't care. I'm telling you, they're seeing this as a licensing thing. They're going to be able to put toys out. They're going to be able to, you know what I mean?
Toys
Like
that
that's what
nobody
they're
will
looking
buy.
at it for.
Toys that nobody's going to buy.
It'll happen. People will buy the toys.
Yeah, but not on the scale that they need.
Sure.
They're
Right.
going to end up in the dollar bin at freaking Dollar General, man.
I'll tell you this. I funded a San Diego trip about 3 years before COVID or something, off of old Indiana Jones toys from when they did the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Remember they released like a bunch of like the Temple of Doom figures and like, you know, they re-released them.
They did the anniversary series.
I found them all in the dollar bins, all of them. Fucking sat on them for a while, and then all of a sudden there was a resurgence of I need all those things, dude. I literally funded my whole fucking San Diego trip on just those.
But you were selling the ones that correlated to
And
the
good
good
night,
movies,
Nando.
not
Thanks a
to the-
lot.
Not to the bad ones.
Late, right? But that's what they're hoping for, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna go see it again. I'm a completist, so if you make a sequel to something, I gotta go see it. So.
I'll end up seeing
I just
it.
don't want it to
Probably
take
not
something
in the
from me.
theater, but, I'll have to
I don't
watch
think it
on
could
the
be
camera.
worse than the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because that was pretty fucking bad.
It was just a bad
this-
movie, but
this
it didn't
looks
take
worse.
something from me.
I'm gonna
This
make
looks worse.
a wager with you, Fuzzy. I'm going to bet that the Dial of Destiny will do for the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull what the
Last
sequel
Jedi?
trilogy did for the prequel trilogy. We all think Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is trash now, but we're going to watch the Dial of Destiny and be grateful for Crystal Skull.
Yep.
I guarantee you that's what's going to happen.
That's gonna happen.
Because I hated the prequel trilogy until the sequel trilogy came out. And then I was like, at least it ain't that bad. And let me tell you, I hate the prequel trilogy. I think it's mostly trash. But it is perfection next to what Disney did.
I mean, you watch them and they're
in.
just bad movies. Like I
Right.
can watch a bad movie, but the sequel trilogy was so
Like-
bad. It was so bad that
It can't be
It
worse than
made-
Ewok.
Shut up!
took
That's
oh the Ewoks. Oh my god.
The
Oh
Caravan
my
of
god. That's
Courage.
coming out this week, y'all.
Yeah, watch the review.
Caravan of Courage is coming out this
You wanna-
week.
you wanna watch
if you're
a
courageous enough.
movie review with spite and anger and vitriol, watch that one. Watch the Caravan of Courage one.
Yeah, we haven't had one this bad since Lego was on the show.
I think we broke Fuzzy on this one.
oh yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
What was it? I don't have any glasses that are red enough. All right, so what do we got? We got Transformers coming
I'm
out.
in.
I want to see that one.
You know, I've
But I'm behind on some of the too.
I'll see Transformers.
I've been out of Transformers since the second one. When they had Devastator climbing on that pyramid, and then John Turturro says, "Oh, we're under the balls," I was like, "Okay, I'm done."
And that's another proof
I
of
can't.
writer strike.
I
That is
can't.
another proof of writer strike. That's when letting Michael Bay write your fucking movie, and look
I-
what happened.
I grew up with and loved the Transformers, and those movies just killed it. Just killed
Did you
it.
get to watch Bumblebee yet?
Nope,
No.
I don't care.
Look, dude, trust me. All right, if you love the original Transformers, turn on Bumblebee. 20 minutes. I
Wait, is
guarantee
Bumblebee
you.
with the girl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. We've seen that one.
No.
Bumblebee was the one where they tried to make the Autobots not look like Michael Bay Autobots, but try to get them to look G1 as possible.
And they have an opening sequence on Cybertron. Like, but when that happened, look, dude, Fuzzy's hair's standing up just from talking about it. Like, it was just like, and that's from a Transformer fan. I was like, oh my god, they did it! Like, we're watching the opening credits of the first episode.
Well,
like,
it only had like
right
2
now.
minutes. It was only like 2 minutes or a minute and a half.
Was it that short? Yeah,
It wasn't. It wasn't that long.
But that looks like they took that idea and expanded it, because they showed like a sequence in this trailer for Rise of the Beast that they're trying to be like the Avengers Endgame fight sequence, where it was just any and every Transformer you ever thought of is now fighting in the middle of this fucking battle and stuff. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm in.
I still got to
My
choose a
kids.
movie. You know what? I'm feeling inspired. I have 2 movies in mind. have it. You can even vote on this one, all right? So that way it's a split vote. I'll break the tie if I have to. My 2 movies: Transformers the movie, or Orson Welles, the original Transformers the movie, Leonard Nimoy, or G.I. Joe the movie,
Transformers.
Don Johnson.
Transformers.
I'm going Transformers.
Yeah,
Nice.
that movie might make me cry again, so we'll do that one.
It still does, dude. They had a
Still
concert
good.
2 weeks ago. Okay, Stan Bush, the guy who did the music for Transformers, it was like a Comic-Con just for the Transformer movie. It had half the cast from it, and Stan Bush at the end was giving a concert. And I was literally looking up tickets, like I'm taking my kid, we are going to this thing, but it was in Florida. And I was like, God, fuck, dude. Shit.
I've got my eyes peeled for when the Cybertronic spree comes around here. I'll let you guys know.
But it as far as the movie goes, Rise of the Beast, dude, it does. I'm in. Like, my kid was in when we were watching Guardians and the trailer came on, and he had a tear rolling out his eyes. He's like, Dad, can we go? I was like, buddy, if I can get us there a week early, I'll get us there a week early. So that's my son's jam is Transformers. Like, he loves Transformers, but he loves the Michael Bay Transformers. Like, he loves G1, all that stuff. But Michael Bay, like, one of my favorite moments is being a dad. Like, being that dad moment and shit. Transformers 3, Bumblebee's about to fucking be murked, and fucking Optimus swoops down, and he fucking saves the day. My son jumped on, he's 6 years old, 7 years old, jumps onto the fucking movie theater seat and screams, Optimus! Like, literally louder than Shia LaBeouf, dude. Like, I was laughing so hard. I was like, my son is a nerd. I love it. There you go. Megatron, baby. That's Shockwave.
Shockwave.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, like, I'm so, anything Transformers, I'm stuck watching the rest of my life until I die, because my kid will be all about it. That and dirty anime movies now. I've been watching a lot of dirty anime movies.
That's Uncle
I blame
Havoc influence.
Hey, I literally blame Havoc for that shit, dude, because I walked in the other day, he had his massager and fucking watching some fucking anime. I'm like, what the fuck you doing, man? He's like, nothing. I'm like, you fucking dirty bastard.
He lying sack of shit.
Same, dude, I'm telling you, man. I'm scared to touch my massager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
Damn.
Transformers has been dead to me for a long time. It's hard for me to imagine having any sort of feeling whatsoever for it.
I think
You
the
didn't
list
even
will
mark-
be shorter, the things that don't make Josh, that aren't dead to Josh, than are.
I my movie's gonna be when it's my turn to pick just for you, Josh? Or it's gonna be Mission Impossible 3.
Is
I'm
it
gonna
old
make it
enough?
Mission Impossible 3. Oh yeah. That's old, dude. It's at least 10 years old. That's JJ.
We'll have to watch the first two. Is that the one with Felicity?
Yeah.
So,
I've seen that one
so
too.
look, I have
He's seen that one.
I have a
He
problem.
just doesn't remember.
There are certain actors that, for whatever reason, they always kill a movie for me, and one of them is Jon Voight. Now, Jon Voight, I know he's been in a lot of classics. There are some movies that he's in that I can tolerate. But
Anaconda?
for some,
When he winks,
yeah.
Josh like that.
But like
That's the part
any
that scares
movie
Fuzzy.
Any movie that he's in, or even like Shia LaBeouf, that he's a rough one to watch. But man, you put Jon Voight in a movie, and it's like it sucks the life out of me. I don't know what it is about him. Again, I know he's in some classics, but
That's only the second movie. The second Transformers and the first Mission Impossible.
I can take him in the first National Treasure, but that's like the only movie I could think of that I enjoy that he's in. And
That's because he's you in the future.
What?
Watch the old angry guy. That's why you like the character in National Treasure, because that's you.
No, John Voight's okay for me. Like he's in a lot of movies I like, but I like him in movies where he's a dick and Deliverance and shit like that. Like like young John Voight. I don't like old John Voight. Old John Voight's just collecting a check, showing up and doing what he's got to do and go home and shit. But like when you get to the third Mission Impossible, this is that's JJ's first movie he did by himself after doing like the TV shows. So you literally see him trying to prove something when he's making this movie, and they got like at least
the first half of Lost was so good.
Yeah, and this was his forte into movies, and so it really did good for me. And then the fourth one, it has the feel of again The Incredibles, like but an adult version. You know what I mean? Like there's the old school kind of thing. Like I'm telling you, dude, you'll dig them. Like they're right up your alley.
J.J. Abrams didn't do Pearl Harbor, did he?
No, that's Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
That's Michael Bay porn for me right there. I love that movie, dude. Everyone like hates that movie. I love it, dude. There's literally like an hour and a half action sequence of just fucking everything blowing up, dude.
Yeah, but you can't use your massager for that movie anymore, Fuzzy.
No, I cannot. No. This is the only one I can trust. Sometimes this one, but mostly this one.
You gotta do La Pasa de Muerte. You know La Pasa de Muerte? It's the leap of death, right? You start with this hand, and you got to cross over to the other hand without missing a beat.
Oh,
and it's when you switch, that's the leap.
That's where I'll bend it and I'll get fucked up and I'll make a noise and get arrested. So it's not good. But like
we got another movie.
Which one?
Little Mermaid.
Why did you even bring that one up? Nobody's gonna see that.
I have to see it, dude. Like my wife, that trailer came on during Guardians, and all three of the boys, me and the two boys, were just like, "Oh fuck!" Like, and my wife's she looked like us, like in every movie, like, "We're gonna see that, right?" And we were just like, "Okay, okay." Hey, look, okay, I know. Trust, I know. I don't want to, but I've been lucky to miss Beauty and the Beast. I've been lucky to miss all the other remakes except Jungle Book. Okay, so I will bite the bullet because my wife gave me a pretty good birthday party here for me. So
I think John Padilla is behind. He's like 2 minutes behind.
Look, stop looking at me like that. Don't you put the glasses back down. I have to see it, dude. I gotta bite the bullet. If not, she's gonna cut my pee-pee.
I'm gonna send something relevant to this discussion on Little Mermaid here in a second. But continue the conversation. Continue.
But I'm hoping at least it's watchable. That's what I'm hoping for. Like I'm looking forward to Barbie more than I am Little Mermaid. So
I haven't seen any of those live action remakes of the Disney movies because I didn't think they needed to have a live action remake.
I haven't seen
I agree.
No, we've seen The Lion King.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, we saw it here.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, we saw it here.
You may have been upstairs watching it, but I didn't watch The Lion King.
It was not that good anyway.
I saw the Jungle Book because I helped Favreau, but
Nate.
How did that come through via text?
Yeah.
Did you actually send it? Oh,
Yes.
there. Just now I got it.
I can't. If you send it, I really don't want to. I mean, it's funny. Here, let me see if I can.
You can't put that on there.
Yeah, that's
pushing it.
That's pushing it.
Enjoy it for what it is.
I don't want to get in trouble. It's funny.
I will look when I get
Send it to the thread.
I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. It's not Destroy to Earth funny.
What else is coming out? There's other stuff coming out.
So
Fast
wait. Before we move on, since nobody's
Havoc, how do we forget Fast and Furious?
Since nobody is really going to go see The Little Mermaid. The spoilers that I've heard for it is that they've changed the wording of a lot of the songs in it because they
Just the one.
no, I think it's a couple.
Kiss
of
the
them.
Girl's the only one.
They're going to change it because the Kiss the Girl because it was too rapey or something. And then I hear that
she can't give consent. She's
they
not a
changed
voice.
they changed the end of the movie so that it's Ariel that steers the ship into Ursula and not Eric.
In her mermaid form? That's dumb.
Can't have them white guys doing nothing.
Polite Society. I want to see that. That's like an American Indian movie. That's the one where
I haven't
it's
seen
like,
the trailer for that.
It's like the girl wants to be a stunt, like a stunt person, and then her
Oh
sister,
yeah, it's the
yeah,
Indian.
and then her sister like is marrying into this like douchebag family that's like kidnapping her or something, and then they have to go rescue her. So it's
Okay,
like
yes.
it looked like an Indian film, you know, like
Yeah.
we're used, but it's not. They're all American in it. It's just, well, I mean, American, you know, whatever. But yeah, because the sister that gets kidnapped, she's in why can't I think of it? It was on with the talking monkey and all of the superhero kids. Oh, Umbrella Academy. She's in like the second and third season of Umbrella Academy. She's like Diego's like girlfriend or something. But yeah, Polite Society looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I told Josh about that. I was like, I saw this preview for it. I think it's an Indian movie. And when we went to the theater, we saw the movie poster for it. And I was like, oh, we gotta go see it.
It's not Bollywood or Tollywood.
No, it's not.
So I have some concerns.
I want
It
to
looks
see
like fun.
Champions. It just came out on Peacock, dude. I didn't get to go to the movies to see it, so that's like what I'm literally gonna do tonight is watch Champions. That looked like The Ringer. So I love The Ringer. That's one of my all-time favorite movies and shit. So fucking, I gotta see this.
It's like, sounds like it's like dying at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, is this the one where the Down syndrome guys sing the song?
It's funny.
Yes, it is. He says, "I get knocked down and I get up again." No, the part
my
that
God,
killed me was
Josh.
like where the kid, the girl with Down syndrome comes with the boogie board and they're in the middle of like Wisconsin or something like that, and he goes, but Harrison's like, "Is that a boogie board under your arm?" He goes, she looks at him, she goes, "What are you, new?" I was like, ah. And then like the part where he's like, he said something about he goes, "Are you talking about retards?" And then the guy like hits him in the stomach. He goes, "That's a no word. We don't say that." And I was like,
Yeah, this is gonna be fun, man. Yeah.
it looks like it's gonna be a funny movie. Like I was, yeah. I was
All
like,
right,
I'm in,
Fast
dude.
X.
That's.
I feel like we've been talking about that for a while.
Right?
Yeah, boy.
We have to watch all the movies beforehand.
We already
Is that
started
your
at my
guys'
house.
like? I would never. I can't.
I love those movies. Josh
9
does
of them
too.
though.
Oh yeah, I haven't
10
seen-
of them. This is actually number 11 because you can't forget about Hobbs and Shaw.
That's right.
Hey,
I haven't seen number 9 yet.
I want this to work. I want this to work. Lego.
Yeah.
What?
Hey!
What's up, Lego?
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Hopefully this goes through. I know my phone doesn't like the SteamYard, but we'll see. What are we talking about tonight?
Fast and Furious.
We're talking about the upcoming slate of movies coming out. We're on Fast X now.
All right.
Great one.
If it's got X in the title, it's going to be awesome.
That's right. See? And it's the
reason
beginning.
There's 11 of these movies. Or 10 of these movies.
I got this pull. I got.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Aha. I got it from the best channel on Whatnot.
Which one's that?
Fuzzy and the Fat
If I
Man.
didn't already know.
The most electrifying host of all time.
Hell yeah.
The
No,
band
I would have got the tin, but I'm doing the keto again, man. So I can't eat fucking popcorn. I got to get in shape for mountain bike season, bro.
Oh, you should grab him the one that we got from Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a D20 die. We showed it already.
Did we?
Yeah. Go back and watch the other thing.
Havoc, we're gonna have to. We got to. If we don't take James on Thursday night, and we want to take him to the 4D, we're gonna have to try to do it after the con, because that's the weekend of Ontario.
All right, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Who's doing the trading
number
cards?
2?
Is that for Fast and Furious? Are they doing those trading cards?
Shut up! There's trading cards.
Well, I thought we talked about that last week. There was supposed to be like one of these movies was doing trading cards.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this and you get a trading card, give it to Fuzzy. I will take it, dude, all day and night, dude. I'm a Fast and Furious junkie.
Fuck off, man! I'm the one that brought it up.
I told you guys. I told you guys a story
on
about
Thursday.
being
If you go to the first show, you get trading cards for the IMAX showing.
Well, let's do it,
Fast
dude.
and Furious?
I already got my ticket. I'm waiting for you.
All right. I'll get it.
I got my ticket. I think James already gonna get his ticket, so we're waiting for you.
I can't wait to see it with James and watch him roll. I can hear him roll his eyes.
See what?
Fast and Furious.
It's May 18th.
So
Not this
I had-
weekend. That's next weekend.
10 days.
Okay, cool. We have time then to watch all the movies before then.
me and the
We
kids
gotta
already
watch
started watching them.
Transformers.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's like winding down.
I told you. My original comment on that song stands.
All right, what else do we got? You know what I saw the preview for on Guardians of the Galaxy that actually looked really good. I didn't think about it till right now. Haunted Mansion.
I haven't seen the previews for that yet.
Did
Didn't they
you
already
see
do
the
that with Eddie Murphy?
It looked like the ride. It didn't look like it was Eddie Murphy trying to have ghosts.
It's Danny DeVito's in this.
Yeah.
I recommend you check it out.
The one they showed that looked good was Oppenheimer. The one about the guy who created the atom bomb, Chris Nolan's new movie. That one looked good. I was like, damn, I want to see that shit.
I always love this
Creation of
movie.
the A-bomb.
Dude, that's fucking great.
Oh, yeah. See, now I got Lego with me. We could talk weird movies. See that, dude? Look at
Well,
that.
I mean,
dude.
if you gone to high school and history, you basically know what happened. So
It's better to see it play out, though,
yeah,
man.
basically, you know what happened.
And then Sanchez, we
I
got
don't
your
wanna-
movie coming out August 18th.
MODOK's coming out with a movie.
Next time I see you, I'm gonna stab you in the neck. That's what I'm gonna do.
With those little arms, you're not stabbing nobody in the neck.
Oh.
Those little arms.
Oh, no. Did you guys see the trailer for the Meg 2?
What?
There's a Meg
Oh, yeah.
2?
Well, there's
Dude, my
books. I can see why they're gonna do a sequel.
The trailer starts off with, like, you know, you think it's like a Jurassic Park fucking trailer because it's like a T-Rex running through the thing, eating like fish in the water. And as it turns around, you see the biggest fucking Meg just come up and eat his ass. I was like, yes, that's like the biggest fuck you to Jurassic Park. They were like, you want a Tyrannosaurus? We'll eat your Tyrannosaurus. Ah! I was like, I'm in. Take my money. Yep, he's back. He's
All
fighting.
right.
They have to
We
call
saw
the
that
man
one. I
back.
took my kids to see the Meg, and it's actually the Meg's on Hulu right now, so you can get ahead on that one. It's Sanchez's movies, August 18th. It's not MODOK 2. It's the Blue Beetle.
Oh,
That looks good. That looks really good too.
Discount Iron Man. Here we go.
yeah.
Discount Iron Boy.
Hey, the guy from what's it called? From
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid?
Zolo.
Yeah, looks good.
Look, I'm gonna watch it, but I agree with Jay DeGee. It literally sounded like when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, it's Iron Man. I was like, we're watching Iron Man right now. Like, that's what this is.
The well
Iron
done.
Boy.
It's Iron Man meets the greatest American hero.
Oh god.
I can see that.
Like,
I can see that. Like he didn't get the directions with the costume.
Yeah, like there's a couple. Like I wanted to edit the trailer with the "Believe It or Not" music playing in the background of it, like dun 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 dun. Just take off.
Never thought I could feel so free.
Flying away on a wing in a prayer.
Who could it be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's just me.
Dun, 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 dun.
Me and Leg are like, what the hell are they talking about?
Karaoke, talking shit.
Get some karaoke.
All right, we got Blackberry.
What the hell is that?
That
Based on a
good.
notification book profiling the rise and fall of the once popular BlackBerry mobile phone company. This cheeky biopic stars Jay Barachul, whoever that is, Glenn Howerton as the founder and former CEO of the company, and tells a remarkable story behind the world's first smartphone.
Legos.
No, I want to see Tetris.
Is this like the Social Network movie, which was riveting, but not really?
Yes, it's the exact same kind of plot, literally. And then there was another one that I saw too, where I was like,
the Tetris.
Fubar.
Oh yeah.
Arnold's
Here's a
new
fuzzy
show.
movie. Hypnotic.
Yes. Robert Rodriguez, Ben Affleck, dude. I don't even know what the plot is, but I'm going to see
Ben
it.
Affleck
Don't
stars
give
in
a
this
shit.
sci-fi thriller directed by Robert Rodriguez about a detective who inadvertently becomes entangled in a vast government conspiracy involving a series of high-profile heists while his daughter goes missing.
It comes
See
out.
that? That's Fuzzy walking to the movie theater to go see it. God dang it. That's what that is, dude.
Best Ben Affleck stuff I like is his Dunkin' Donuts commercials.
Because you haven't seen Phantoms, dude. He's bombing Phantoms, yo.
I'm the one that picked Phantoms, and we did it for Late to the Party.
Yeah, we done Phantoms.
Oh yeah. No, my favorite, one of my favorite Ben Affleck movies is Reindeer Games. That's one of my all-time favorites. And that movie sucks.
Wait,
dude.
what?
Yeah, and I love that.
They're
movie.
remaking a movie that didn't need to be remade again. White Men Can't Jump 2023
Oh yeah.
edition.
It's already a series.
It's on Hulu.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's on Hulu right
It's
now.
on Hulu.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's already a series.
Oh, Lego.
It's a series?
Yeah,
It's a TV show.
Huh.
it's
And
on
then-
Hulu. It looks like crap.
There was another one.
Oh,
I'm
this is
watching
one I
the-
gotta see. This is one I want to see. I'm really excited about it. It comes out the 26th. The Machine.
Oh, I want to see that one too.
What's that one about?
It's Bert
That
Kreischer.
comedian.
Bird Crusher.
You know Bert Kreischer?
No.
You just watch. Just
Go on Netflix
go to
and look
Netflix
for The
and watch
Machine.
it. Machine. That's it.
He's a stand-up comedian. He teams up with Tom Segura and whatnot. He's part of the.
Oh, is this the
Joe
one Mark
Rogan.
Hamill?
He's the guy who takes his shirt off on stage.
Yeah.
And he talks about going to
think
Russia.
that he's like they think he's like a like not a hitman, but like
A
a
mobster.
mobster kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has Mark Hamill's like his father-in-law or
Yeah.
dad or something like
Yeah.
that. Okay, we did see the preview.
Yeah, I'm not watching anything with Mark Hamill, that piece of shit.
So I'll probably see that when it comes to streaming during the day while Josh is at work then.
No, you know the other one we're missing that looked really good, and I don't know why. I really want to watch it. That Charlie Daly movie. I don't know what it's called, but Charlie Daly, or Day or whatever the hell his name is, from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He wrote and directed a movie about like this guy. He's in Hollywood. It had like a Big Lebowski feel to it, and he's an actor, and he doesn't want to come out of his trailer, so his agent's driving down the street and he sees this guy, which is Charlie Daly. He's playing them two parts, and he's like Charlie Chaplin. He can't talk, So he uses him as like the stunt double, and he ends up becoming like a fucking huge star. It's like Dave, like they switch roles and shit like that. So it looked funny as hell, dude, but it looked really weird and different and stuff. I can't remember the name of it. Charlie Day, but it had like an all-star cast in it. Bateman's in it, all kinds of people. And he said that when he shot this movie, he shot it before COVID, and during COVID, he decided he wanted to add more to the movie, so he went and got more people to come out and do it. So he took his time with it and made it the way he wanted to make it. Like he produced it, he wrote it and shot it. So if you like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I'm sure it's going to be the same kind of comedy and shit.
Well, no one else is coming in. We don't go to the movies very often.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
We don't know what movies are coming
There
out.
was something that was coming out that I actually was looking forward to, but I can't remember what it is.
The Blackening.
Yeah, that's it.
What the fuck is that?
You haven't seen the Blackening trailer? I've seen it at the horror movies I've been watching. So the Blackening is playing on the trope that black characters are always the first to die in horror films. This comedy thriller centers on an all-black group of friends on a remote Juneteenth getaway who find themselves terrorized by an unknown killer and struggle to figure out who's the most likely targets among them are. So you see the preview.
I like the plot.
It's kind of like Jumanji. Like they get this game, and the first question. No worries,
It's all
Lego.
right, dude.
No worries, Lego. It happens, man. For some reason, I think Isaac's the only one who's got the signal strong enough to patch in. Jose's having the Latino community internet too. But anyways, they're playing like this game of Jumanji, and they're getting shot at randomly with a crossbow. And it was kind of funny because it was like they had to decide amongst themselves which one is the blackest, so that one would die first. And that's like that's how the preview sets it up. So it was just like, ooh. But it looks like it'll have its moments, horror comedy. They say things that I can't say here, but it looks pretty funny.
Lots of hard G's and hard R's, huh?
A's.
So, I think I remember the movie that I was looking forward to, but I don't have any idea when it's coming out. But that would be Deadpool 3.
Is that coming out soon?
I don't know.
Fool's Paradise. There you
No.
go, James. Thank you.
That thing
Fool's
is coming out.
Paradise.
They haven't even said when it's coming out. It's still. I don't even think they finished writing it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they filmed the frame yet because
No.
Hugh is, I guess, getting in shape still.
That's a shame. Because I think of all the stuff that would be slated for the future, I would have the most confidence that would be done well.
If anything, most likely like 2025 it'll come out, or maybe either early 2026.
Well, if we're still around, then I'll definitely.
Because they barely got what's her name, Copycat. They didn't have her a couple weeks ago. She even said it on the podcast that she wanted to be on it, but they haven't agreed on terms, and she finally agreed last week or so.
That's crazy. All right, so we haven't really celebrated too much other than singing happy birthday. What'd you do in your birthday weekend, Fuzz?
Just watched a lot of movies and did a Comic-Con or did the Upland show with all the Star Wars people from the god awful movie you made me watch it this week. And I'm glad I didn't see it before I saw those people, because I would have slapped the shit out of all of them and said, you know what the fuck you made me do? You're wasting my life. God dang it.
Was it the same people though?
It was a husband and wife, and they were in what was it? This one was called what? The
Caravan of Garbage.
Yeah, there you go. Caravan of Garbage, or AKA the Caravan of Courage. Battle
for Endor was the second one.
the wife
More like
the wife was
Abdo.
in both of them, and then the husband was in the one we watched, and so was the wife. And they said that they were the Ewoks in the village in the beginning, like when the thing takes off, the catapult or whatever.
The
Like
horses?
he was in. No, it was the flying thing, the glider. Yeah, he was like, that was me, and then my wife was the wife in the beginning, and I guess they switched him out with someone else. Like Warwick was the only one that was Wicket, like he was Wicket the whole time and shit. But then they were switched out, and I was like, oh, that's cool. They wanted $45, and I was like, oh, I'm good, dude. Just wanted to ask. And then they had one of the admirals from your all-time favorite, The Last Jedi. There, they had what was the other one? They had a couple voice actors, but I like they were random characters where I was like, who's that? And then like one guy next to me, but
Charging only $50 a signature.
Yeah, exactly. And everything was all Star Wars related, right? So fucking when I was in there, I see this guy behind me, and he's got all these fucking Legos and shit. Check out all these dimensions I found, dude. I got Bart. Or no, I got Lord of the Rings, your favorite. Another Lord of the Rings.
I got all those, Fuzz, if you're interested.
Dude, these guys are going crazy. Wizard of Oz.
I have a ton
Bart.
with all of them. I'm missing one. I am missing. I think it's Supergirl. It was a special one in a poly bag that I'm missing. But I've got all of the other dimensions.
And the Hobbit. Some guy with a beard. All
Gray.
$10.
Nice.
A good deal. Yeah, good deal. But other than that, it wasn't like right now. I think out here in this area, it's hard to do a show like that because the fair just opened. So I think a lot of the people that would normally go to these things are all at the fair and stuff. So
Which fair?
LA County Fair.
Really? It's open already? Isn't it
Yep.
usually? And that's in Pomona, right?
Yeah, literally right down the street from my house.
It's usually after Orange County.
But they people were complaining, so they moved it up to be all of the month of May. So now it's
It's been
May.
like that for
So
the last 2 years already.
yeah,
Wow, trip out.
but the concerts suck this year. They have no one good. The only thing I'm looking forward to is my deep fried frog legs. Other than that, don't care.
Yeah, I always do the Orange County Fair. It's always a good time. We were until the kids, the littles are too small. Maybe they'll be able to pet animals or some shit.
Yeah, dude. And then today, so the kid goes, Dad, for your birthday, I'm gonna let you pick any movie you want, and we're gonna watch it. I said, really? I said, oh shit, dude. Like, and he's like, oh no horror movies, no Anaconda, no nothing like that. And I go, what about Snakes on the Plane? And he's like, oh, okay. And if you haven't seen Snakes on the Plane, dude, like it's fucking awesomely bad, like amazing. But there's that part where the anaconda comes out and squeezes that motherfucker. Dude, my kid was crying. He's like, oh God, I don't want to watch this no more. He's covering his eyes like as if I was showing him the most horrific movie ever. I think the neighbors think I torture my kid. Like you
You're gonna
screaming,
get
dude.
CPS called out on you.
I seriously, dude. Like I was like, well, I was just showing him a movie. I swear to God, I didn't do anything to him.
Speaking of movies, I got my movie. I was given lots of recommendations, and the most recent one I can't do because I think it would bother me more than the person it was designed to bother. If you know what I'm talking about, just enjoy. But the one I want to pick, I think will fall into that cult movie niche, and that's the type that gets us good view count, and I think it'll be fun to do. So we might even have to go in a little bit early so that we have longer than a half an hour to film it. I want to do Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yes!
Oh, there you go.
Perfect. of the Killer Tomatoes.
Josh.
The first.
Oh,
Sorry,
first one's got
Josh.
Clooney.
the Killer Tomatoes.
Is
I
the
didn't
first
think-
one with
I didn't
Clooney or
think
the second
Caravan
one?
of Courage. I didn't
What's
think
that?
Caravan of Courage.
I wasn't trying to get you with Killer. Well, you seen Killer Tomatoes?
No,
You've never seen that?
no.
Don't tell
Oh,
me
you're
that.
gonna love it, dude.
Dad's
No.
You're gonna love
Dad's
it.
gonna make you divorce me.
No, I wasn't. This isn't a vengeance pick. I'm not trying to get anybody for it. I just think it'll be along the lines of. I don't even think I'm gonna like it. This is gonna be like Killer Clowns.
Oh, my vengeance pick is coming with fucking big time vengeance. Trust me, dude. Like, I'm balancing with Steel Magnolias and the shit, dude. Like, I'm gonna be like, you guys, let's watch it. Let's do it. And you're gonna,
Yay!
oh god,
Magnolias.
damn it.
Steel Magnolias. That's a good movie, man. When Shelby died, oh,
Yeah.
I don't like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I saw Attack of the Killer Tomatoes maybe in like 83, 84. I was really little, and I thought it was too corny.
It is corny.
Like these little they make these weird sounds when they move. Oh, like underwater, like gurgling.
Okay, is Clooney in this one or is he in the second one?
That's a good question. I think he's in the first one.
Yeah, because it's like one of Clooney's first movies, and it's
Yeah,
like before he started talking with his eyebrows and shit like
Yeah, I
that.
don't think he ever gets like real credit for this one.
This is right before, or it was like right after he got the job on Roseanne or some shit like that. Like
No,
when they
Facts
did
of
this
Life.
movie. Oh, that's right, The Facts of Life. Then Roseanne. That's right. I wanted that mullet all my life, dude, just to have that flowing mullet.
And then,
and shit.
even before then, in between that, I think he was on another show. It wasn't ER. I think it was still called ER, but it was with Elliot Gould. It was like a half an hour comedy show. He plays like the janitor or something in it.
Well, see, it just shows that education goes a long way. He started as a janitor and became a doctor. You know what I mean?
That's right. He moved up to that hospital.
And he became Batman eventually.
Oh man, that's awesome, dude. I love that he hates that movie so much, dude. They talk so much shit on it.
No, wait a minute. I had already picked a movie though. I already picked Transformers, so I can't do both.
No, you
No,
weren't excited.
yeah.
No, we'll do
Either one.
Show's not
Transformers.
over yet.
We'll do Transformers. But Tomatoes is in the it's in the canon.
So's Battle for Endor. Just FYI.
Oh, God. I'm really gonna. You're making me want to hunt down something horrible, dude. Like just bad.
Do your worst. I take a clutch. Challenge.
You know, the sad thing is that no matter what happens, no matter what we pick and how brutal it goes, the bullets are always going to strike me. Like you guys have missed a few shows here and there. Liz has missed a few here and there. The lightning will always strike here. So we do need an Indian movie. So well, I'm gonna try to drop Jelly Belly probably Wednesday. And I'll get to you guys soon after that.
Yeah, that Deli Belly was pretty good, guys. If you check the review out, we did like it.
Jelly Belly was fun.
It were good.
So no
What comes out
birthdays,
this week?
no songs, no candles, no you didn't blow
Oh
anything.
The kids literally. That's what took me so long to come earlier. They were giving me my birthday cake, and it says "Happy B-Day, Fuzz," and I was laughing. I was like, "You guys don't call me Fuzzy, dude." And they're like, "Well, your name didn't fit on the cake, so Fuzzy fit." I was like, "All right, that works, dude." So they gave
Isn't
me my
Fuzzy
my
longer
birthday.
than Nick and Dad?
No, they put Nicholas, my government name.
Oh.
So they didn't do that this year. And again, my son said after watching Snakes on the Plane, he stood up and said, "Okay, Dad, I'm done being nice to you. Your birthday's done." I was like, "Fuck you, buddy." His birthday's on Friday, and so I told him, I go, "I'm gonna do the same exact thing to you, buddy." My son's turning 16, dude. He's gonna be 16 years old, and he's already
Mine just
talking
turned
about
16 9 days ago. Crazy.
Is yours talking about getting a job?
I'm gonna get him a job.
My kid wants to work at AMC really bad so he can get me free movies. That's what he tells me.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I said. I was like, hey, I'll take it.
That works out. My son is just, if he wants to drive, we already got a car for him. If he wants to drive, though, he's gonna have to have his own insurance and his own gas. And when you're 16, insurance is gonna be like fucking 250, like $300 a month.
Yep.
You know, and then gas on that, that's rough. And that's you got 9 years of that. As a male, that's rough, dude.
Hey Sanchez, did you go anywhere for Free Comic Book Day?
There's a talk.
I got a picture from James and Sanchez driving down the road, and guess what Sanchez was doing?
Nah,
Sleeping.
I didn't do nothing on Free Comic Book
Chicken
Day.
dinner for Josh.
You
Me and
did?
Isaac
No, I
are
didn't.
working on a film for Steve for the end of the year of all the times he's caught sleeping. It's an awesome montage.
There you go.
You gonna edit that one together or what?
Damn right, dude.
That's the Sandman song.
Oh no, me and Isaac have been talking about this for like months. We've got the song built out, dude. We're ready, dude. We're just keep capturing gold every time
At the
we're with
very
him.
least, dude, when you roll the credits, you got to play Down, Down, Down to Goblin Town.
Isaac did bring that one up first. Okay. Sorry.
No.
I was trying to get Steve involved, but he didn't do anything except for sleep, so. You didn't do anything for Free Comic Book Day?
No, I didn't do nothing.
Thank
I drove.
Nah,
by
we already had a paid event for Funko, so we had to go.
What was that for?
It was called FDO, was for members, local members of the party, but we paid for it to go, and yeah, we were there. It was from the same time from Comic Book Day, so we couldn't hit no comic books.
That one Spider-Man book's going for fucking money right now.
Yeah, but give it a month and it'll come back down again.
Yeah.
Just everybody
I remember when
wants it.
Spider Bites. Spider
It was
Bites
just
at
the
a Free
first-
Comic Day.
It's the first appearance of some new character, I think. A hood or
Well,
something.
well,
like
right now
that.
Spider Boy is
Well,
taking
it pushed Spider Boy, that issue number 2. It pushed that out of the thing. It's weird. Everybody wants his Free Comic Book Day one, but whatever. I just like it because the amalgam Spider Boy is the everybody keeps getting it confused, and the amalgam Spider Boy like comics jumped up because people were getting confused between the two. Hey, that's Boom Studios wrestling comic.
cool. I got that Spider Boy 9.8 on mine.
I got this for Greg the Hammer to sign for us and stuff. So
Hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, so I got me one, I got my cousin one, and then I'm getting one more for Greg. And I just
You're
got.
just gonna have everybody sign it, huh?
Yep. And
That's
I
a
got
really
Greg.
good idea.
I
I
got
thought you were gonna
Greg
give me one.
for
Didn't
it.
you say you were gonna give me one? What the hell?
They only give me one at a time, fool. You want to pay $25 for it?
Yeah, I'll pay you for that.
Is that-
for
is
it.
that-
It's on
is that a
Midtown.
Is that a Boom Studios one?
Yeah.
Okay. They did a whole series of variant covers with all the different belts on it.
Yeah, and they got like a championship one and like all. But
Yeah.
Midtown has them for.
I was gonna say, I picked them up when I was in, of all places. I might have some of them now that I think about it. At Hastings when I was in.
Oh
Wyoming,
yeah.
There you go.
Before they all like went away.
What is it? Is it Boom Studios?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Boom Studios.
There's
Liz,
like a
if you got
blue
extras,
background,
dude,
there's
tell
a
me. I'll
red
buy them off
background,
you.
a black background one. There's like 3 or 4 of them, aren't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a female. Dude, you see how much Sasha Banks is charging in Ontario?
No.
$100.
What?
Anything wrestling related is $100. So if you brought her some of the Mandalorian stuff, I think it's like $60. But if you bring anything wrestling, it's $100.
Anything that's comic book related, $100.
Ain't no anything wrestling related.
Well,
So
I'm saying
belts,
wrestling comics though. Like,
yeah.
Yep.
What?
So I'm gonna try to sweet talk Greg into go talk to her and be like, "Hey, can you sign this for me?" Kind of thing, dude. Be like, I'm not about paying
I'm not
$100.
spending $100 for her.
Yeah, no, I ain't about it either. Like, nah, it's cool. Not even Greg charges that much.
That's rough. I know that they had in Ontario this last weekend. They had a video game convention.
Yeah,
And they had the voice actor from Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
And I have a first print Final Fantasy VII, like the OG one with the 3 discs from PS1. First game that fucking broke my heart when my girlfriend died. And I was gonna take that to go get it signed, but it was like either $50 or $100 for that signature.
50's not bad.
Yeah, that's true, but that was the only thing I wanted. And that would be the only video game that I have signed. And then you got to pay $20 to get in there. Then I got to pay the gas to get out there, and I got to pay the parking. I ended up paying $100 to get a signature on my video game that I don't even really collect. And I was just like,
You sound old.
I don't know.
I
can stay awake.
I didn't.
Yeah, but I'll still go to all these places and buy all this shit because I like it. Like, I don't think about gas or fucking.
Or your 4 kids.
Or like, nah. If I want it, I'll buy it.
I'll see you in Knoxville in a couple of months.
For Knoxville? It's the same time as Comic-Con.
Damn it.
Everything I like, I buy, Steve.
Then you should have bought. You should have gone over there and gotten something that you liked.
It wasn't worth going there and doing all of that just to get one signature.
You didn't like it. I mean, I don't know. Don't you like video games and stuff? Like, I mean, I would think you would find something that you'll enjoy.
Yeah, I might have, but I heard about it like 2 days before. Then I was just weighing it out.
Like that Pasadena comic, that Toy Con. I mean, there's not that much shit going on, but you'll find something that you like.
Oh, the Pasadena Toy Con, I got in free. Like, if I could have got into the video game thing, like if it was just the $50 for the signature, I'm in. But I had to pay to get in, there were so many things. It was going to be $100 to get a $50 signature, and then I didn't know what I was going to do for the rest of the day, driving clear out to Ontario from Anaheim, so it just wasn't worth it to me.
You should have just came and hung out with me, man.
You should have gone to Upland.
They got one of them bomb ass tacos.
Bomb ass tacos.
Yes, they got bomb tacos there every time I do
that.
That
Knoxville one is pretty good though. And for guests,
the Star Wars one that's coming up, that's local to our town. I think that's the end of this month. And it's all Star Wars. It's like the ICC convention or something like that. International. It's all Star Wars stuff. There's gonna have the whole cast of like voice acting cast for like Rebels is gonna be there, and then
even Freddie Prinze.
Yep, he's gonna be.
That's
there.
Dope.
And then the armorer from Mandalorian's there, and I'm trying to think of. There's a whole bunch of the different Mandalorian actors are gonna be there, and. I can't remember if Warwick Davis was going to show up. There's like
I was James. That was another thing is it would have been a different lane because I haven't gone to a video game con, so I don't know. The other thing was that I don't really have the money. If it would have been this next weekend coming up, I would have did it. But
if Freddie Prinze is like $50, dude, I'll send it to you. Get me a Fred toy signed or something like that.
There's a Rebels comic book. Star Wars Rebels, one per store from Dark Horse from 2022. It's Star Wars Rebels, and that would
got all the first appearances in it. That would be great to get signed.
That would be perfect to get signed on all those guys.
A guy at the show on
because I think it's like $30 for the weekend.
And those are the comics you do get
It's
signed by
not
those
expensive
people.
to get in,
Usually, you
but,
don't want your
like,
comic signed by actors, but if you're getting this would
Like
be
the
the one.
variants is always good. Like if you get a variant cover that has like the actual either actors or whatever, I don't mind getting those signed by them.
I wanted Dean Cain to do
I'll
mine.
have to see what they're charging for their and if they're doing like if they're going to be at a table for it, or if you got to do one of those like special VIP kind of like things.
Well, that's what
Or
they're
a
doing.
group one.
That's what they're doing for Robert Englund at the HorrorCon in Pasadena. They've made a big announcement going like, because you can only buy tickets for photos, and they're like, if you want an autograph, you have to sit there and wait. And just if he has time, he'll come and sign. So they're like telling you pretty much, come all 3 days and sit and wait in line to see if Robert Englund will sign your fucking shit. And they didn't even say if they were going to charge or how much.
I'll have to look it up, and I'll find out the information on that, and I'll let you know like what the pricing or how to do it or whatever. Like, because I
don't want to get you jumped by bringing the Scooby-Doo thing to a Star Wars thing. So if you're gonna get jumped, don't do it. I know you got Mr. Perfect with you, but I don't need anyone losing a finger over Scooby.
Oh, you want Scooby instead of Star Wars?
God dang right, dude.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't know. God, calm yourself down.
Just
All
make
right.
sure if Mr. Perfect has to raise up in there, get a picture of the Perfect Flex for all of us.
Now I heard his ankle. He can't do that.
I don't even want to know what y'all were doing.
He's got an Achilles tendon that's not working right.
What happened?
Liz is getting freaky. That's what's happening, dude. She was
Just
bondage
old.
and shit.
That's right.
Old and overworked it.
Whenever I hear about Achilles tendons problems, I always think of fucking Pet Cemetery. Oh,
Ah,
Well, it's not,
Oh,
it's not an Achilles tendon. There's something else going on with the joint. So, but it seems to me like it's on the mend. So I'm hoping in the next week or so I'll be back to full power.
there's no power like full power.
Give it the gas, baby.
That's
all
cool.
right, I'll find out the information.
well, the next con is over here is the Comic Revolution, so that's the next one in 2 weeks, I think, right?
No, I got one this weekend that's free out in Paris. It's all video game and toys, so I'll be there this weekend. Next weekend is Comic-Con Revolution, and then the following weekend after that is 626. So Fuzzy is at a Comic-Con every weekend this month.
I think
Hopefully it
this
does good.
Weekend is
Well,
probably the same weekend
They
as
haven't
the-
announced anybody else for 66.
No, it's
That's a
got
problem.
it's got like 4 or 5 artists, and that's it.
No, I only seen one. Like
Yeah,
one,
go to the website. Dustin's
one
gonna be
good
there.
one.
And then, I'm telling Dustin you said that. Ooh.
He's the good one?
Yeah, he's the good one.
No, there was someone else too. That I was like, okay, but Nando's gonna split the booth with me at 626. So me and Nando are gonna have a booth together.
Isn't he going to be at Revolution
I
too?
thought the old man was gonna be with you.
No, old man's going to Vegas to be with Greg. Greg couldn't come out that weekend, so he said he was gonna. Tom's going to Vegas to do a Toy Con with Greg, and then they wanted me to go, but I was like, nah, I could probably make the same amount of money if I just go to 626. So I have a bad taste in my mouth with Las Vegas.
Dude, that hurt me, man.
It hurt you,
That
dude,
hurt
not
me
just you.
bad.
It was all over the fucking.
Oh my lord,
yeah,
Vegas
it-
destroyed us this past time.
Like that, again, dude. Like that was just the
I'm
all
still
around
suffering
bad
right now.
show.
I'm like praying for next payday right now because I'm like, it got me that bad.
I know, and you weren't even selling. That's what I'm saying. Like fucking, I was. Ugh, it hurt. So
I know that
The gambling
turned
god
the-
said, no to you, sir. No to you.
ever since the apocalypse, they've made all the slot machines stingier. You know how they could turn the payouts up and down.
No, well, shit, Fuzzy was winning like crazy.
But they didn't turn it off. They don't turn them off.
No,
they
I'm
just
saying,
turn them down.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, this was not
I
down,
was
not
making
for
money.
Fuzz.
Yeah, I literally that
winning.
as far as what like Vegas, as far as paying, like the only money I made was on the tables. Like that was it. Like I didn't make any money at the cons, and so like the only reason why I ate while I was out there, fucking was able to do anything, was because I won money at the fucking casinos and shit.
Did you win more than Havoc lost?
Oh hell yeah, dude! Like
I lost a lot.
Yeah, he was getting mad. Like he left me on the fucking floor. I'm going up. Like he just walked away.
I'm not lying. The first 5 minutes I was already down 250. I was so pissed off, and then Nick was winning. Like and even on the penny slots, we were trying to win, like play, because Nick found a pretty cool slot machine, and we started playing. Nick started winning out of nowhere. Next thing you know, he's up like $60, and I'm down already like 40. And then we go. I'm so mad. We go to the bar to you know how the bar has like little games, Nate, on the bar itself.
Yeah.
It's like you play dollar games or whatever. So we go there. I'm already I'm on the damn stupid machine right there. Got a drink. I'm already down $25. Next thing you know, I see Nick. He doesn't know what he's doing. He presses a button by accident. He's already up $130.
Like I hit the jackpot. I was like, oh shit. I said, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. Come on, we gotta go.
I was like, what the heck?
And then again, like I was when this guy went out with, on Saturday night, I went out with Nando, and then they just shoved me again towards the fucking monorail thing, and I got drunk, and I was sitting there just sitting on a machine. I just put money in. I won another $150, and I was just like, oh shit, I got to go back to the room before I spend this. Just fucking took off and shit like that. Like I literally, the only way I made it home was because fucking I won money at the tables.
Yeah, you won a lot of money on the table.
That was the only reason why. So again, like I don't know. From what I heard about people is that there was no people locally in Vegas had no idea that there was a show going on, like zero idea. And then by the time people found me, they already spent their fucking money on all the autographs and stuff like that. So
this
no
time
one was buying books.
I broke my rule, Nate. I actually paid for autographs. I was
That's
pissed.
what you said. You spent like $100 on autographs, right?
Yeah, a little bit more than that. Actually, more than that. But then again, I'm like Larry Hama. He's up there in age, so, and he rarely comes to the West Coast.
Yeah,
So,
I got a good. I got my Cobra Commander helmet signed by him, and I wanted to give you guys something to have him sign. It's actually an exclusive a figure of him. It's actually a Larry Hama action figure that had it was a custom thing, low run, but
very nice guy.
Yeah, he was cool.
Man, he was telling us stories and stuff like that, and but he was charging $20 a thing. And so I was like, oh man, but it's Larry Hama. Who knows when I'm gonna see him again? And I don't want to make the mistake of not getting him and not ever getting him again. So
you don't want to have a Herb Trimpe moment.
No. So I was like, screw it. I got like 3 or 4 omnibus. I got 4 omnibus signed by him. And then I cracked open my Wolverine 100, 9.8, and then I cracked my Wolverine 75, 9.8 for him to sign. I should have cracked the Wolverine 50, but I was already down so much money that I couldn't afford it anymore.
Well, the one guy, Nando's buddy that was out there doing CGC All-Star or something or that comic, they were doing grading, like CGC stuff, and he did a video, and he literally said on the video that that they were busy the whole con, but no one was buying anything. Like the only thing they were busy with was witnessing signatures and shit. So,
Well, the one that made a lot of that she did, but she made a lot of money was the Spider-Man booth bomb. She made every 3 days, all 3 days, she made a lot of money on her side. She was selling.
Because she was in the front too. Yeah, she was in the front, and everyone was
She had
going
a
there.
good spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fuzzy kind of hated on that one. You guys talked about it last time. We got 1 minute left. I did find a movie for Curry. I sent it to you guys in the group chat. So we got Transformers the movie and the Gangs of Wasseypur. So hopefully Gangs of Wasseypur keeps us on the trajectory of good.
It sounds like a dirty
cinema.
movie. I'm in. It's like a gangbang. The Gang of Wasseypur.
We have to be grateful for the fact that we've done something like 13 movies and they've all been fantastic. So,
except that one you made me watch, that was Sword and Sandals. Fuck that one.
Dude, Baloo was dope, dude. You're tripping.
Yeah, hey, you guys liked it.
You never watched the whole conclusion.
Because they had you tricked me, you bastard. It ended like a dang Lord of the Rings movie. And you know how I feel about that shit. Dude, you don't end where you're looking at a wall and saying,
we didn't trick. We don't fucking know these movies.
I'm talking to the audience. I'm talking to the audience. They tricked me. I'm worried about, we were saying Mission Impossible is part 1. That's what I'm worried about. Is that it's going to end like that and you're going to...
He's going to go to a volcano?
I'm going to be like, what the fuck? Dude, you can't end it this way. Like, give me some sort of an ending and shit, dude. Like, come on.
If I had to pick one of the movies that I thought was the weakest, it would probably be Tombad. Tombad was the one that I thought was not as strong as the other ones. But even then, it was still pretty good.
That was the gold one, right?
The horror one.
Yeah, I like that one. That one I thought was really cool. I was like, oh, this is dark and twisted and shit. But yeah, but again, yeah, like you said, it wasn't bad. Like none of them.
So regular, okay. No, I was looking at the 66, the other people that were going to be there, and Sal Regla's going to be there.
They got a little list.
I'm like, okay. He did Authority. I forgot he did Authority, and he did a Witchblade. Dude, he did Wildcats too.
Yeah, 60. Like this weekend,
Wildcats,
this month is gonna be filled.
Wow. Okay.
That's right up there with Profit.
It's gonna be filled with
Storm. Ooh.
Covert action teams. I remember.
Backlash. He did Backlash. Oh, he did the first Backlash. Okay, I'm in. I am so in now.
I actually like Backlash.
Me too. It's great.
Team 7 and Backlash.
Oh, there you go, Liz. There you go. You're my girl.
I liked all those like up the side like ones.
The Team 7 is a great miniseries.
I like Team 7 a lot.
Yeah, Chuck Dixon wrote it. Incredible.
See, wait,
Isn't that the guy that worked for Looney Tunes?
That's no.
Chuck Dixon did he did Batman for a long time. He's the one that broke Batman's back and a bunch of other.
So I broke down and we have the Marvel Unlimited, that digital, the Marvel digital like reading thing. I've been catching up on a lot of stuff. I finished Age of Apocalypse, but it's one that the Marvel noir stories, like the Spider-Man noir and the Wolverine and
those are pretty good.
They're all really good. Like,
yeah, they are.
They're kind of like what ifs, but they're more like. I just finished the Luke Cage one. The Luke Cage one was really good.
That's a great series.
Noir. All of those noir ones were really good because they're only like 4-part series, with the exception of Spider-Man. Spider-Man got 3 series. X-Men got 2. The rest of them got 1. I can't wait to read I just finished the Wolverine one too, but the Punisher one's coming up next. So that one looks like pretty fun. But
take it out on a fun note. 11:03. Josh got to go to work in an hour.
About
Fuzzy.
We got to get going, guys, because Fuzzy's birthday is ending, and I got to get some of that cake before those little fuckers eat it. So there we go, dude. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. We love each and every one of you. We want to give you some love, some peace, and that chicken grease, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you later. Peace.
Good night.
Thanks,
You
guys.
guys have a good night.
Bye.
Take care.